Hey, what is up you guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to tell you the story of how I managed to sell 100,000 worth of CSGO skins on Skimport. And no, that is not clickbait. Here's the actual statistics of my sales, going back more than 1 year at this point. Also, I am going to start a giveaway in this video. I will be giving away this 8k redline craft worth around 13 euros. To participate, just be subscribed, leave a like and comment which is your favorite CSGO skin, but also include your Discord tag so I can reach you easier. I know YouTube is going to try and hide some comments because of the Discord tag, but I can still see them in the dashboard so I can approve them manually, so just be patient. The winner is going to be announced 2 weeks from the time that this video is uploaded on the Discord server, but they also will be shown in a video also about 2 weeks from now. Okay, good luck with the giveaway and let's start with the video. It took me a little over 1 year to get to 100,000 in sales on Skimport. It wasn't easy, and I think I have learned a lot about CSGO trading in this time. During this year, I've also managed to finish my university, get my degree, and restarted the YouTube channel because I was AFK for almost half a year. I make a lot of useful videos teaching about CSGO skins and trading, and sometimes I talk about long-term investing in CSGO skins because I have some experience with that as well, and I analyze a lot of things happening on the market. This specific video that you're watching right now is part of a series where I update my progress on trading CSGO skins. I tell you what new lessons I have learned since the last update, what mistakes I have made, what good decisions I took, what adjustments I made in my strategy, and also show you the exact profit numbers for the previous 2 months. CSGO trading is also my main source of existence, so I take it very seriously and I use 100% of my brain capacity to come up with strategies and ways to profit more. I don't share 100% of the things that I do because some information is extremely sensitive. Like for example, I don't show which items exactly I buy for trading because that will just make a lot of people buy those specific items and ruin the profit for everyone who buys that specific item. So I keep things like that private. But strategies that I use can be applied to almost any item, and CSGO has literally tens of thousands of different items, so there is room for everyone to trade. In September, I managed to make a surprising amount of mistakes, and of course I am going to share them with you. The worst one I made had a lot to do with being unlucky, but I was the one who made the decision to put myself in a situation where I would get unlucky, so that's why I call it my mistake. In short, I purchased this souvenir factory new AK-47 Gold Arabesque with a mediocre float for 2,738 euro. At the time, this AK was actually selling for 3,000 euros on Buff, but when I was finally able to list my own AK for sale on Buff, the price had gone down quite a bit already and it was around 2,700 euros. Still though, I was trying to sell it for as much as I could possibly get for it, so I didn't undercut too much. Unfortunately, the price just kept getting lower, and finally, I sold the AK 6 weeks after I got it for a 7% loss after tax, aka around 2,530 euro after tax. This definitely goes up there with the largest losses I have ever encountered. I mean, this is the most expensive skin I bought so far, and I think after this, I have made up my mind to avoid buying expensive and rare skins and just focus on high liquidity and speed because so far that's actually what's been working for me. At this time, about a month after I've sold the AK, it actually went up in price back to 3,000 euros, so I am double regretting having bought a very rare skin, just because it is hard to sell fast without reducing the price by a big amount. Hopefully, you won't make the same mistake as me in the future. Another thing that happened in September is that I have overstocked a lot of skins that were good at that time, hoping to sell them for a big profit on Skimport. Unfortunately, a lot of those skins have actually dropped in price massive amounts on all platforms. Like for example, this sticker, Dragon Lore Foil, went from 14 euro to about 12 euro in just a week, a 16% drop, which was actually even more than the profit margin that I had on those items. I was unable to sell them all in time and ended up selling around 20 of these stickers for a loss. And this is just one sticker example. I had other items like this that dropped a huge amount all of a sudden. I lost around 100 euro from such events, and missed out on the possible profits that I could have made. I know that from the side, this event seems like it was out of my control and I just got unlucky. But again, I was the one who made the decision to put myself in the position where I could get this unlucky. After I went through that, I've learned that I should not overstock on items, even if they seem good at the time, because if something does happen, the crash will be painful and large amounts of money will be lost. Ideally, I would only stock enough items to cover 1 week of sales for that item. This way, I secure myself from possible crashes, and even if a crash does happen like with the Dragon Lore sticker, in that case, I will lose far less than I did in reality. On top of that, during September, I've spent less time dealing with skins, and kind of often forgot to move skins from one place to another or to list them for sale when they were tradable and so on. Basically delaying some of those activities. Because of that, my return has suffered as well, unfortunately. Everything combined has led to September being the worst month so far, in terms of percentages of course. But still, it wasn't that bad because I was consistent with most things and I was able to come out on top at the end of the month and still profit. Now let's look at the other side and see some of the great things that happened during these 2 months. First of all, I took a big risk in buying 200 recoil cases back in the middle of August, hoping to sell them on Skimport for a big price, because there was little competition back then selling those cases. I managed to buy them on Steam for 1.5 euro. The reason I got them in the first place was because I saw the recent huge drop these cases had on Steam, and figured that the drop was way too fast, and they just are going to recover in the next couple of weeks. And that's about the same amount of time that I would need in order to move those cases to Skimport and then to wait for them to become tradable on Skimport. So I took a plunge, I bought the items, waited 2 weeks, and guess what? I was right. The price stayed about the same and it even went a little bit up. So I was able to sell those cases on Skimport for 1.5 euro. A lot of you are probably confused right now as to why I sold those cases for the same price I bought them at and why I am happy about it. I'm not gonna go into this too deep, but in short, you have to understand that Steam balance is actually 30% less valuable compared to real money. So being able to convert Steam balance into real money with only a 12% loss, which is the Skimport fee, is actually really nice. I ended up profiting around 20% at the end from those cases. If you still kinda don't understand how the hell this works, then I recommend watching more of my videos and even my streams, and hopefully you will understand. Another thing that has helped me improve my trading results is that I stopped buying just any skins I can get my hands on as fast as I can. Instead, I started buying only skins that have a higher margin compared to buff. This way, I can guarantee that most of my trades will be profitable rather than risking profit for a faster turnover speed. And overall, this is just a really good strategy because I'm gonna be able to get more profit at the end of the day, right? I would rather wait 1 day longer but be able to get another 5% on profit. Also, these 2 months I have been able to buy around 2,000 euros worth of skins from subscribers for 93% buff value. I was then able to sell those skins on buff for around 5% profit on average, which is a very decent deal for both sides actually. Okay, now you probably want to know what my profits for the months of August and September look like. So here we go. At the beginning of these 2 months, my inventory was worth 13,340 euro. Then I was fortunate enough to receive a capital investment from my brother of 3,000 euros. So I put that into my inventory and I was able to grow the capital for him and also take 50% of the profit that the money generates for myself. And now let's look at the profit that I was able to generate. August was the best month for me so far. It brought 2,047 euros profit, which is 18% higher than the profit in July. Obviously, the sudden growth was because of the large investment capital I received, but also because of the fact that I didn't make too many mistakes in August and I was able to achieve that good result. In September, however, things were not looking so good. I was only able to score 1,425 euros, aka 31% less than the previous month. Still, the profit wasn't that bad, and I was able to grow during both of these months, despite the fact that I have living expenses which I pay from this money. At the end of September, my inventory has reached a value of 18,555 euro, out of which 4,564 is debt and 13,991 is my own capital. And since I started this series with the goal of buying a car, as usual, I'm going to look now at some cars that I could theoretically afford in Latvia with the current inventory value that I have. First option would be this Audi Q3 Quattro, which is an SUV. Kinda looks really fancy. Don't know if I would actually end up buying something like this because it will probably just run through all the fuel in the tank in like a day, but it looks like a pretty decent car. It has a nice interior, maybe not the newest, there is no smart radio or anything like that, but the car isn't that new. It's from 2016 and it has 69,000 miles ridden on it, which might not be accurate, but still looks pretty good shape. The next option is this Volkswagen Golf 7 from 2018 with 72 miles on it. I mean, it's an average Golf, there is no pictures on the inside, but there's not much you can ask from a Golf. It's just a really comfy and stable car. And as a third option, going extremely fancy out here, we have this Universal Mercedes C220 from 2015. Honestly, this one probably worked as like a chauffeur or like a taxi in reality for like some rich people, but it looks like a decent car. It's more made for like passengers, not the actual drivers, I know, but it's still a pretty cool car. At least it looks fancy to me. I don't know, let me know in the comments which option you prefer. This one has like 200,000 kilometers on it, but it looks really fancy. I think this is about where we start concluding the video. August was the best month so far for me, mostly due to some luck and the fresh capital investment that I got. But September was the worst month so far percentage wise. I'm gonna focus on fixing those things that have been dragging me down recently and try to maximize gains once again. And of course, I'm gonna share my findings with you, so subscribe if you don't want to miss out. I've also started budgeting myself in real life so that I can only allow myself to spend around 700 euro per month so that I can reinvest everything I have back into flipping and grow even further and faster. I think that's quite an important part because at the moment my spendings are about half of the profits. So I should keep them down as much as possible because right now they influence the growth more than they will ever in the future. Well, yeah, thank you for watching this video to the end, and I remind you once again that there is a giveaway at the beginning of this video, the winner for which will be announced around October 24. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.